And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. And tonight I'm going to be reviewing a short film called Bestia, which is also translated to Beast. And this is actually going to be nominated for Best Short Film in the Academy Awards section for animated. So this is actually directed by Hugo Kofaraba. I believe that's actually how you say his name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name or anything like that. But anyways, I'm gonna be reviewing that short film tonight. I hope that you guys sit back and relax and enjoy the show. And go ahead and rate us on Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and of course Spotify as well. That's just to allow our audience to be able to find us and enjoy the show. All right. And like I said, this movie is called Bestia. And matter of fact, this is also translated to Beast. And I'm just going to point this out, though, too. The plot is about this woman whose name is Ingrid. And a matter of fact, it's actually inspired on true events. So it's also a stop motion animation picture film. And it's about a secret police agent in the military dictatorship in Chile. And what I have to say about this movie is it's shocking, not only shocking, but it's also captivating, and it's also a movie that needs to be told. Because I never even heard of Ingrid up until now, because of the fact that she was actually, a matter of fact, she's actually part of the Nazi Germany roots. To be honest with you, she was actually part of that deal. As a matter of fact, I think that he just changed a couple of things up to make it part of the Chile dictatorship over there. But still, this film was shocking to me. And I mean, whenever you first see this movie open up, you actually see Ingrid. She has a hole in her head. You're not sure where this is actually going. She's actually flying. You don't know where she's flying to or anything like that. There's not a lot of plot details within those few minutes. But at first I was thinking, okay, is this woman that fractured in her own head? Maybe that's why she's like this and everything. Maybe there's something going on that she's trying to escape from. I wasn't sure exactly what they were going to try and do with it. But then as you get closer into the plot details and stuff like that, you wind up seeing this close relationship between her and her pet dog. And it starts off with them having the same morning routine and everything. She winds up she gets up, she makes her bed, she goes downstairs, she makes some food for her dog and everything. They wind up sitting across from the table at the kitchen table. And then you wind up seeing her leave the house with her dog, and the dog is all happy and everything. And of course, you also see day-to-day activities that she does with her dog as well. She plays fetch with him. She has this love relationship with her dog. She's also goes over to this one building that you're not sure what she's doing in this building or anything like that, but she goes on ahead. She goes in this building, and you wind up finding out that she's actually torturing this one person that's arrested, and you're not sure why this person's arrested or anything like that. But as soon as she goes into this building, she has to sign her name on a document and stuff like that. And once she signs her name on the paper for her to go in to this thing and to interrogate and to torture this person and stuff like that, that's when you wind up finding out how dark this is actually going to be taking. And matter of fact, it even goes through the anxieties and subconsciousness of her own mind, though, especially with the stuff that she was doing and what she was going through. Even her own body goes through different situations in this movie, though, too, to the point where she's feeling depressed. Her anxiety is going all over the place. Even the part that was really shocking to me was what happens with her to her dog in a dream sequence. Because I'm like, that was like my first what WTF moment, because I wasn't expecting what I saw. Matter of fact, I had to rewind what I saw so I can actually get it played again, because I was not expecting that to happen to the dog or anything like that, especially in a dream sequence in that sense. And I believe the dream sequence is basically saying, look, if I don't do what they say, they're going to cut my own head off for what I'm doing. And only that, but I'm also an informant and everything too. And I'm working undercover in in this place in Chile where I could wind up becoming dead or being tortured or anything like that myself, or even worse. So you have that going on. And I know that I mentioned the relationship with her dog. There's actually another shocking moment. Yes, she's depressed. Yes, she's going through all these anxieties and stuff. But there's a scene in there where it made me feel kind of uncomfortable. But also, too, I mean, I don't know if it actually. But anyways, if I was in Ingrid's shoes, would I be on that kind of level where I just didn't care about my body to the point where that would actually happen? I don't know, but still, that part was shocking. There was like two the WTF moments in this film, but this film is not geared towards kids or anything like that. It's a very adult film, but also too it deals with history in a way that I never even thought of even showing or anything like that, especially with dictatorship in Chile or anything like that, because I was not taught in school with dictatorship was in Chile or anything like that. We always think like Nazi Germany. We always think of this, but we don't think of other countries other than within the small little bubble, which is, for example, just Germany. But this is also, of course, I don't know if that's anything to do with fiction or nonfiction, but the fact that we always assume that everything has to take place in Nazi Germany because of the fact that's where the Nazis were and stuff. But still, this is a movie that needed to be told. Hugo does a fantastic job of explaining stuff. As a matter of fact, she has no expression on her face. Ingrid is actually one of those people that don't have any expression, and he actually does a really good job with this. And what I mean by that is there's actually this part where you can see that there's porcelain kind of feel to Ingrid's character, where it's just emotionless and has that whole entire uh, thing where he's actually using like a porcelain kind of face line for her. And I think that actually suits her well and everything. As a matter of fact, I actually saw what Ingrid looks like, but still, you also have her torturing people, killing people, and stuff like that, just to get information out of someone. And it goes to show you how much toll it takes on somebody that is going deep undercover to the point where they can't sleep at night. They're thinking that they're going to die. And then also, too, you're also going through the emotions of, am I going to turn into these people because of the fact that I've been so deep into this life and everything too. So that's also another possibility that I was actually thinking, is Ingrid going to go off on this thing where basically she winds up being like these people to the point where it actually messes with her head. Then, of course, within the course of the film, you wind up finding out that Ingrid had enough. Matter of fact, she's going through her anxieties and stuff like that in her dreams sequences and stuff like that, even darker. And also, too, you're seeing where she's just fed up. She's mad about what she's doing to these people. And also, too, you actually get to see and claim and stop animation of a dead body being carried out from the building and into the trunk of the car. And the trunk is actually being closed. And that person's driving off with that dead body. And Ingrid, I bet, is actually thinking, too, like, is this going to happen to me if I don't comply with me to comply with through all these dark emotions and stuff like that to the point where she's actually depressed. And like I said, there's actually a moment in there where it surprised me and shocked me to see that they put that in the film and everything, especially with dealing with the dog. And like I said, I'm not going to go into detail on what that is or anything like that, but there is two scenes that actually was a what the F moment for me. But I hope that you guys wind up checking this short film out. I feel like this is actually a film that needs to be told. I know that this is actually a little bit shorter than what I normally do or anything like that, but it is only like a 15-minute long film. But in those 15 minutes, they give you so much detail, so much stuff. The art detail, the stop animation, and then, of course, the porcelain's facial expression and everything, too, for Ingrid was actually spot on. And then, of course, I want to mention this. Ingrid Olderlock, the person that inspired Hugo to do this film, was in real life, like I said, she was actually in some real life situations in Nazi Germany in those routes. And also, too, I feel for Ingrid. I feel bad that she has to go through this every single day. And every single day is also another chapter to where she might end up being dead. And then there's also a part as well, like towards the end, where you see this bullet going through her head because she does wind up getting shot or and stuff like that. And then of course you see all the memories that she had with her dog. All of that stuff is actually being erased as the bullet is going through her head, and all those memories are being erased. And then she's actually on that plane, and then she sees all the dead bodies in the clouds. That everybody that she tortured, everybody that died because of these people, and you know, it makes me feel bad that she went through this great deal of pain and agony and then also to this anxiety of just eating her up to the point where she can't sleep at night and being depressed, and then also to writing in her journal. This movie is really something to see for the first time. It'll pull on you emotionally, and also too, it'll stick with you. And I mean by what I mean by stick with you, I mean it makes you question things that's going on around the world today. It makes you question things in life. It makes you question um, even where you live at and everything. Do we really feel like that we're as bad off now than we were in the United States, like the other countries are, and stuff like that too. But you don't know real dictatorship until you go into these other parts of the country to know what they actually have to deal with. But that's just my thoughts on this film. I thought the execution was really good. The timing was really good. Hugo put a lot of thought, a lot of effort, a lot of research into this project. The porcelain part was my favorite part of this whole entire thing, where you don't see a lot of facial expressions or anything like that with Ingrid. And then of course see the facial expression and everything is doesn't really have that much facial expression. The eyes to me tell the story of someone that's in pain versus it being has a very facial expression on her face. But that's just the way that I'm thinking and everything. So tell me what you guys think. Are you guys wanting to check out Fiesta? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is a film that's actually worth checking out. It's not that long of a film. It's a short film. It's being nominated right now for best short film in the Academy Awards section. And I definitely recommend that you guys check it out for at least a one-time view, just to see what you guys think. I'm not sure where you guys can stream it yet, but right now you can actually stream the other short films that I reviewed, like Alec Chu. You can review other films like uh, just Please Hold and things like that. You can actually check out those films. Matter of fact, Please Hold is actually streaming on HBO Max, and then of course Alec Chu, you can actually go review for buy the movie over there for like $7. But this film, Biasta, is definitely a good film. I definitely recommend it. Go ahead and check that out. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure if we're going to do a show or not or anything like that because of the fact that we are actually having a storm here tomorrow night. But if not, we're going to do tomorrow night. If there is no storm or anything like that, I'm going to be doing my Kitty documentary. If you don't know who Kitty is, there's actually this little band out in Canada that made it big in the early 2000 era for rock alternative and heavy metal. So go ahead and check that out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock. I mean, not 10 o'clock, but Wednesday at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. I'm going to have Manny, the movie guy, doing our predictions for the Oscars. Then, of course, Thursday night, I'm going to have Rossi McCree back with me. And then also, too, Brad from Canada is going to be with me. And we're going to be reviewing another Academy Award nominated movie. And that's going to be Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley. So go ahead and check all that out. And always until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I can't wait to do this again. And bye-bye.